minutes, and then realized I wasn't sure if I had started this live stream in this account or I have a private account where that's anyway, whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I start this stream in the right place? But anyway, okay, it is the morning of March 5th, 2025. There are some interesting things coming down the line all around the world, but definitely in the US of A, with these tariffs being imposed and then retaliatory tariffs being imposed on things. Um, and my personal strategy has been to kind of not necessarily put my head in the sand, but like put my blinders on, because taking in so much information is just stressful and overwhelming for me. I am a sensitive soul, and I really subscribe to the school of thought that is, we were never supposed to have this much information. Like, just think of all, and only recently have we been able to know so much about so many places, and so quickly, always a flood of information coming in. And I just don't know that the human mind and soul and psyche was designed for that. It is just hearing the atrocities from everywhere, and the anxiety and the worry and the doom and gloom that that can impose. However, I did want to take this moment to come on here and chat for a bit, because I fear that with all of the tariffs and the trade war and the prices that are about to skyrocket, most likely that no amount of grounding and looking inward and just choosing not to focus on it is really going to help. I'm not sure that that is the way to go. And so, in order to be able to navigate something, you have to know what the landscape is looking like. So, I don't have answers. I have ideas. This is kind of be kind of a stream of consciousness that you'll hear me work through as I sift through different information and ideas and things like that. And you're more than welcome to chime in. This is certainly a community effort. And that's one thing that I am very aware of, and that it seems a lot of people who are speaking out in this time keep talking about, is that if we're going to navigate this successfully, we've really got to connect with each other in a very real way, a very honest way, a very tactical way to be able to navigate. Because to a certain extent, catastrophe, inflation, we've navigated before, right? Scarcity, we've navigated before. I've seen gas prices at $4+ several times in my life. And I know that while I may have been in an area where there was like $4 gas, I know people who were in Cali and they were like, gas was like $6, $7. So that's like, all right, gas is going up. What's new? Scarcity, we lived through COVID. What's new? Let's see. Uh, oh, I heard a sound like a ringing. Um, but these tariffs, I feel, may bring something to the forefront that may be even astronomical for us, and all of the unprecedented events that we have lived through. I was watching an Aaron Parnas YouTube video, because I prefer him on YouTube, where I can get a nice little update in the morning and in the evening if I choose to click on that. His constant breaking news on TikTok, I will not follow that man. It will stress me out. So he was saying that if things continue to go the way that they are currently slated to go, that a result of this, could it be as soon as later this year or next year, that the price on purchasing new cars, it could be a $12,000 increase because of whatever is being imposed, like tariffs or whatever, how we're being cut off or cutting other people off, that cars are going to have to be made in the USA. Okay, sure. But because of that and higher cost of production, $12,000 increase. Um, so, and that's just that. We're not talking about eggs, which is already insane. We're not talking about any of the other stuff. But anyway, that was just a kind of rundown for anybody who doesn't know what's going on. Now let's talk about my thoughts on how we're going to get through this. I am not a financial expert or guru. I am not yet a community organizer. I think that would be cool. I don't know if I have the time for that. I feel like I am doing as much as I can in my corner of the world to make the world a better place between my YouTube channel and how I show up for my friends and my job in early education and how I support educators and parents. Like, I feel like that's what I can do and I need not get overwhelmed. And I want to say that for you too, right? Like, we can't all do everything. So that's step one. Focus on what you're already doing and really lean into that. If you have space or bandwidth to start a new project or to support someone else's project, sure. But what we don't need is to be more run down. Our joy, our energy, our resilience, those really are acts of resistance and revolution. Um, oh, was that Angie Stone? R.I.P. Angie Stone. Those lyrics. Anyway, was that Angie Stone? Who was that? My sunshine has come, and I'm okay now. There's no more rain. And was that Angie? I feel like that was Angie Stone. It was Angie. Okay, this is a slight pivot from the topic, but I feel like Angie Stone passed because I don't have a super emotional connection to celebrities. I just don't. I'm not deep in, good morning, girlfriend. I'm not super deep in celebrity culture. But when that popped up on my feed, I was like, Lord, no. No, not Angie who got the body. Who can I call? I almost wanted to call like my friend or my sister. And I was like, what is this in me? Because I used to get so annoyed when my mom would call me and be like, girl, guess who died? And so I wanted to call somebody, but I was like, I don't want to bother nobody with this. And also, oh my God, I'm turning into that. I'm turning into that woman. But I was like, no, not Angie. Oh God. Anyway, okay, let's get back on track. But even this moment, the joy, our resistance, our refusing to get burned out, that is our act of revolution. Okay. So yeah, focus on what you're already doing. Like, you saw me a few moments ago and I was like, yeah, I'm not yet a community organizer. And I was like, wait a minute, what am I already doing? Because we don't need to run ourselves ragged. If we just really, really lean in to taking pride to what we provide to our tangible community, we can help each other. We all know about resources that we can share with each other. I have grown a little pot of green onions, and I don't even, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I barely eat green onions. Now I have so many green onions. If you live near me, if you know me in real life, and you want some green onions, you making a dish, I'll chop it for you. You can have it, okay? I'm going to Google to see what else can I grow in my home. In my home or on my porch, you know? I've seen some people talking about stocking up on staples right now before it gets too out of like insane. Lots of rice, either canned beans or dry beans, eggs. No more scrambling eggs. I saw a woman who, I think, did her grandmother live through the Depression or something like that? We don't scramble eggs. We don't make omelets. We're not having boiled eggs anymore. Eggs are stretchers, fillers. What is the words that she used? You use it to make more of things. You use the eggs to make bread. You use the eggs to make your own pasta, to make pancakes. Eggs are not solo dishes anymore. We're using eggs to amplify and extend food. Again, the rice, potatoes, French fries, homemade chips, hash browns, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, boiled potatoes, things like that. Um, so I'm like, what else? Figuring out how to make your own bread. And I think I made bread a couple of times a few years ago when my son and I, it was found out we had all of these food allergies. And at that time, there were not as many like nice options for gluten-free bread. So I made it and I had gotten kind of good. But then I discovered some brands, some gluten-free bread that I thought was good. I was like, well, let me get my time back. And I stopped. But maybe I'll go back to making my own bread. Um, and that's something to think through. And guys, if you're not um like locked in with your local library, go get a library card, get the Libby app, and that's free audiobooks. A lot of times if you have a library card, I don't want to say a lot of times, but a good amount of times I've seen that you can have access to movies, or they have this streaming something, and I actually need to figure out how to do that with my library too. And so maybe you could cancel some of your streaming services, like it can get real 90s and early 2000s around here. We didn't always used to have access to streaming. We had DVD collections, we had VHS collections, and then we waited for our show to come on TV. If this is what we need to do to ride out the next couple of years, like maybe that's what needs to be done. Just really adopting a new mindset. I saw someone else, this didn't really apply to me because I have recently started my whole life over. So, and I didn't want clutter. So I don't have a lot of excess, I don't think, in my home. But she said, because especially in the States, we live in such a consumerist society that you likely have a bunch of things in your home and you don't need to go out and buy new things. How many bottles of shower gel do you have? How many body sprays or perfumes do you have? How many cups? How many, just stop buying new things. Putting money directly into the community. If you know a homegirl who has a homegirl who has a coworker who has chickens. I know for me, I have taken my last 2 cartons of eggs, and I'm saving those cartons because I talked to one lady in my community, and if I were going to get a dozen eggs from her, it was going to be, was it like $3.50, but then $5 if she had to provide the carton. So I was like, bet. So I still had 1 carton of eggs. So when I emptied that, I'm keeping the container, and then I have another, and I'll keep that. Like, find the chicken ladies in your community. And I've also, and again, I am not a financial specialist. I am not a guru. I'm not an expert of any means. However, I'm considering applying for 1 or 2 more credit cards because clearly money's not real. Clearly the system is not real. In a couple of years, hopefully when we are rescued from this, hopefully it doesn't take that long, but like, will they forgive everybody's debt? Because again, I haven't watched a ton of content about this, and read a ton, but everything that I've read, everything that I've seen, things are about to get insane. Prices. So I'm wondering, like, will our debt be pardoned in a couple of years? I don't know. Like, I texted my sister yesterday asking, like, should I apply for 2 more credit cards? And the way that I use them now, I just pay for like my necessities, and then I pay it off with the money from my account at the end of the month. But like, guys, if this game is about to get hilarious, then let's have a good time. Like, is what I'm thinking, have it work to our advantage. Like, there's no way, I don't think, unless you get like super, super off the grid, trad, whatever, like, you're not going to be able to win. With the wages that we make, how the heck are we supposed to afford everything? Like, we can barely do it now. We can barely do it now. You know, like, yeah, let's have a good time. And I'm not saying get crazy. Like, honestly, I wanted to buy a director's chair for my content, but then I saw they were like $80. Like, what? And I was thinking of buying it, but I was like, okay, no, that might not be smart. But to get credit cards and still go out to eat on occasion, or still like go get my hair done and put it on that little charge card and be like, hopefully y'all figure that out. This is y'all's problem. Nobody told you to raise groceries 45% or whatever some astronomical, ridiculous percent. That's hilarious. You think I'm actually, look at what you pay me. Look at, this is a game. This is a joke. This is a joke. So y'all figure that out. I'm about to use this little fake money and y'all figure that out. And what's insane, I'm a parentified oldest, high achieving oldest daughter, not paying my debts, using a credit card to go out to eat when I know I can barely afford groceries, going to get a retwist. That's not a necessity. Like, that's how I grew up thinking. Both my parents were military. My dad is a first generation immigrant. He came to the States when he was 8. Like, hard work is my middle name. And so for me to even be like, charge it, am I going to be able to pay for it? I don't know. Who can afford? Who? Show me. We are all in the trenches together. Again, do not come for me. I have said I am not a financial advisor, not a guru, not an expert, okay? Do this at your own risk. And I haven't even decided if I'm going to do it, but I'm thinking I might before, like, are the odds for getting approved? Are they going to go down? I don't know. And also another thing while we're on this, I think is hilarious, is my credit on my cards, like, they keep extending the limit. But I'm like, but my income didn't extend. Why are y'all giving? And I'm a responsible human being. I'm not charging it up. I'm doing just fine. But I'm like, I see how people end up with tens of thousands of dollars of debt. Like, y'all just giving out money. Y'all, that's shady. We need to start reevaluating what we consider necessities. Yes, we need to start reevaluating what we consider necessities. Absolutely. Now, for me, again, what's hard is I am like queen of delayed gratification. So I'm looking around my spot and I'm like, I don't have no crazy subscriptions. I don't have any crazy habits. Like, I barely eat out. Am I going to go from barely eating out to never eating? I don't know. I don't want to lose my mind. Sometimes that convenience is like what you need, right? Like, you don't want to be miserable, but you do have to reevaluate, you know? Even, so I've got some borax, and what I want to do is learn how to make my own laundry detergent. You can look up making your own laundry detergent. You need like borax. Is it washing soap? And I feel like there was one other ingredient. Is it baking soda? You can Google it. Google homemade laundry detergent. And the ingredients, they're a little bit of an investment. Not a ton, but a little bit of an investment. But then, one, it's more sustainable, and two, it lasts so much longer. So that's something that you could do. And even maybe, I don't know, talk with friends. You just got to get good with we're going to have to get good with our community, the resources in the community. I think I touched on this earlier, and then I got off on a side tangent. But the library, my local library has something called the Library of Things. And apparently you could get like a gaming console, you could get a microscope, you could get, I forgot, like a laptop, I think. They used to give out free zoo tickets, but they don't anymore. But the waiting list, they said, was always really long. Like, just see, they are untapped, amazing resources. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Let me get my laptop right now. Maybe we can look at it together. And I had no idea. I can get notarized, get documents notarized at the library. Oh my gosh, what fell? Oh, okay, I thought it was my phone. I was just there one night because what did I need to do? Was I just dropping off a book or something? And then I just was wandering around and reading the walls, and um, and I saw a sign that said like, "Hey, notary here," and I was like, "Bet," especially because I had to get some documents notarized for the divorce attorney. I was like, I'm gonna bring it right here. Let's see. Library. Let's see what we got here. And then if I search library of things. Yeah, because my bank would notarize for me, but they close like when I get off work. Okay, laptops, a Discovery backpack. What the heck is that? What's in it? And so, like, even things if you're wanting to have fun with your kids, because we don't want our kids to get depressed in these depressing times. Um, a Discovery bag. I don't know. It looks like something for kids. Like, it has a magnifying glass. It has some nature cards. It has like a net, a butterfly net, something. I don't know. But listen, go get that, and then your kids on an adventure. Look like we about to get our kids back outside. Portable power outlet. I don't even know what that is, but you can get it. Portable power outlet. Oh, like one of those. Okay, you can get that from the library. Um, a CAC reader. I don't know what that is either, but it sounds like it could be important. Let's Google it. CAC reader. I don't. What is a CAC reader used for? A common access card reader is a card reader that authenticates users to access Department of Defense and military websites. Is that right? Why does okay, can I use it on a personal computer? Okay, I don't know what this. Yeah, it is just for military. I don't know why you can get that at the Library of Things, but look, you can get so many things. A telescope, Osmo. I don't. It looks like a game for kids. I don't know what that is. A ukulele kit. Learn to play the ukulele and embark on your musical adventure. It's compact size, travel case, and 4 strings. Y'all, should I go live while you watch me learn how to play the ukulele? I don't need to do that. I need to learn how to use my DJ table. That's what I need to do. But it's literally the ukulele. A pickleball kit, a keyboard. Y'all, go to the library and we will be all right. A reading is fun kit for phonics. Mancala. Kids croquet kit. Listen, we can save the babies from feeling like they are in a depression, okay? If your library has a library of things, a chess set, I don't want that. Mad Honey Book Club kit. Okay, get your book club on during this trade war. Several book club kits. Fuzzy book club. Slay book club kit. Okay, I don't want to see any more book club kits. Is that going to be all the rest of this? I see so many book club kits. There's 22 pages. I'm not going to go through 22 pages of book club kits. What's on page 22? Okay, Prickly Hedgehog. Oh, it's a book. Books, books, books. Why are books listed on the Library of Things? We know you can get books from the library. Okay. Oh, staff collection? What does that mean? Is that only for the staff? Volunteer Engagement 2.0. Ideas and insights changing the world. Yes, and let me know what you find that you can borrow. I don't know if every library has a library of things, but maybe like Google library of things near me or something. I don't know. That would be so cool if every library did. Um, okay, yeah, lots of books. Oh, these look good. But yeah, we just have to get creative. We got I saw one lady on TikTok saying no more Swiffer, no more Swiffer refills. Okay? We're using a mop. We're wringing it out. And I was like, "Oh, taking me back to my childhood." One person said cuz they still had, I guess, like their Swiffer stick, um that instead of buying the refills, they just put like towels down. If you don't have microfiber towels, that's a good investment. I mean, I'm sure a regular towel would work just fine, but microfiber towels are legit. And if you get microfiber towel and just a little bit of water, that's all you need to clean your glass. I don't even use glass cleaner anymore because a microfiber towel with just a little bit of water really, really does the trick. Not a regular towel I found, at least not for me, but microfiber towels. And you just get one little pack. Um, for me, and this is something I've been doing for a while, I just bought quite a bit of like hand towels and washcloths, and I use those when I eat to clean my hands and my mouth instead of napkins or paper towels. Sometimes I will, if I'm at a gas station or a restaurant or whatever, I will grab a few extra napkins to keep in my car or to put in the drawer in my kitchen because sometimes it's just really nice to have that convenient little thing. But I don't spend money on paper towels and napkins anymore. I don't. And I like to think it's good for the earth. I don't know. It's just we all do things, right? Um, the Internet of Things, mobile technology. Okay, so that's that. Anyway, guys, I have a bidet, but my apartment won't let me install it, and they won't install it for me. As they say, it changes the integrity of the structure or something like that. I wonder if they had like people who lived here before and they messed something up, and then they wanted to blame the apartment, but they really messed it up, and so now they've ruined it for everybody. I have a bidet. A friend like won it or something like that, and she wasn't going to use it, so I was like, I'll take it, and then I got it and asked maintenance about it, and they were like, sorry, we can't. Listen, don't play with me. I will go get one of those little squirty bottles that were like used from maternity. Do I have anybody who works at a hospital that could just like bring me like one or two of those? I need to reach out. Like how closely are they monitored? Are they even monitored? They have bigger things to worry about. They have bigger things to worry about. Vive la révolution. Okay? You work in an L&D unit in a hospital, gift all your friends the little bottles. Okay? I don't care that my baby was born years and years ago. I need it still. So, and that's another thing that I've been seeing. Like, I have some friends who work in different offices, different places, spaces, whatever, and just seeing how, like, okay, these different edicts are coming down, these different orders, whatever, whatever. But we, the people, are the ones on the floor. We, the people, are the ones on the phones. And I, uh, I just love the stories of little like subversion that I've been hearing, where it's like someone willing to like turn a blind eye, or someone being like putting paperwork through that maybe was supposed to get held up. And um I don't know, like we just can't be afraid to be very human. And I think that that's the thing. We've really got to band together on some human race type stuff. Like, we are literally possibly on the brink of extinction in this nation. Like, it's insanity. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real. That's why I'm over here wondering if I need to go get a couple more credit cards, because if everything goes berserk and I max out the couple that I have, I need some more money. Because what you're paying me versus what we have to pay for things, it's just not, there's no way to make the math work. And when we're not talking about it, it weakens us. What helps me is to know that we are all struggling. It's not a matter of my job isn't good enough. It's not a matter of I'm not organized, I'm not responsible. It's not a matter of I made some bad decisions or like it's none of that. You can be doing everything right. You can be responsible. You could have invested. Anything right now. We are all in such a similar boat, and it's just that the game is almost impossible to win for a lot of us right now, and that's just the reality. So we're really, I think, in order to navigate this and to outlast whatever tomfoolery awaits us, we're going to have to get very comfortable sharing our struggle with trusted people or people you would like to see if you can trust. We're going to have to go out on a limb and make connections that maybe we would not have previously thought of making. Um, yeah, getting passports. I have to change my name. Mine still has my maiden name on it. But at this point, it's like, could I even leave? Leaving is such a privilege. I have heard of people getting a personal loan or one or two more credit cards. Okay, bye. Or getting one or two more credit cards to pay to leave the country, because credit scores apparently are not really a thing anywhere else. Like, I've seen so many people tell that story, how they did it and they're happy and they're free and they don't have to worry about that. So that's an option. But like people who have elderly family or sick family that they don't want to leave, like it's it would be so great to be able to leave, but that's not a reality for so many people. I do need to get on my passport though. My son has one, my ex has one. But it just makes me wonder, like, even for my job, I love my job. At what point though is it like I gotta go? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers, but I do think that is part of why it's necessary to have the conversations. And everybody's gonna play a different role. I'm so curious in 50 years. I was like, will I be alive? Possibly. Um, in 50 years, is what is the story? What shift is happening? Is there the same way that there was an influx of immigrants here, and even the Great Migration, a lot of black people from the South up to like Chicago and New York and stuff like that? Are we going to end up with a whole bunch of like American refugees all around the country? But then I see certain people in other nations talk, like France is teeter-tottering on some stuff right now, but that seems like always. Different places in Africa. um so it's almost like I would hate to jump out of, what is it called, out of the fire and into the frying pan. Like, I think it was back in November, there was a TikTok of a young woman who was fleeing Africa, or she was fleeing and hopping on a plane. And then we were able to see that her destination, she was leaving Africa to come to the States. And she was saying like she was going to safety. And so many people in the comments were like, girl, don't come here. It's bad. And she said, it's bad where I am too. Like, that seems better. And it's just, the world is a crazy place. The world is a crazy place. So if you're watching the replay, let me know if there's a library of things near you. Also, do you know what plants can be grown inside? Not what plants, what foods can be grown inside? If you live near me and know me in real life, do you want some green onions? Because I can give them to you. Not even sell them. Just take them. Because what would I charge? Like 10 cents? And what is that going to do for me? This is about to be monopoly money. Seriously. And I hope that I'm wrong. And it's not even me. I'm just sharing with you what I've seen on the news. I hope we're all wrong and things roll back and we're okay. We're like, phew, remember when we thought? But the stock market is crashing slash has crashed. Um, oh, I can grow peppers and tomatoes inside. I have to look at that. Barter, yeah. You can have green onions if you rub my back for 5 minutes. Not even massage, just like this. Because we're so, that's another conversation. We are just so touch deprived as a society. That's a thing. But anyway, okay, guys, I should go. I have a lot to do today. Please chime in the comments because literally, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'll let you guys know if I get those credit cards. What is your plan? What are you hearing from trusted sources? How are you staying sane? I said at the beginning of this video that I try not to get too involved in all the doom and gloom and the news. I'm one of those people that does not like to watch the news because it's depressing, and I just don't think we were meant to hear all of that. But I just wanted to talk about this because from what I'm hearing, this is going to be something we're not going to be able to ignore. We're not going to be able to avoid. So we can get a comment thread going, I guess, with your ideas and maybe insights that you found. But whew, even with all of this, I will stay safe and stay free, because with all this going on, it is still a good day to not be in a cult. All right, bye.